Get ready! You are about to see a dramatization of a scene of the epic written by Luís de Camões, Os Lusíadas. This epic portrays the famous love story between Inês de Castro and Dom Pedro. It's like the Portuguese Romeo and Juliet. However, this play is portrayed in the present, with our current habits. But let's start to introduce our iconic characters. So, first we have Fábio Souza as Dom Pedro, Carolina Marques as Inês de Castro, King of Melinde and the Hairdresser, Beatriz Alves as Vasco da Gama and Dona Constança, Gabriel Souza as Camões, and Ana Catarina as Dom Afonso and the Teacher.
Hello? Are you there? I can't see any vital signs.
Oh my god, what happened? Look at this.
I'm sorry, is that I'm desperate. I'm teaching your epic to my students, and they don't believe in half of what I say to them.
Oh, don't tell me.
I swear, I'm tired of trying to explain it to them. Don't you think you can help me with some words or something?
It's with much pride that I talked about my beloved Portuguese nation, that, although the smallest, they are capable of much greater causes. It was in the 1576 that finally was decided the publication of my great book of success, Os Lusíadas, one of the epics most known in all the world. I had to die in misery, so now everyone wants to know about me. It's true, there are many centuries telling the history of our country, each one of them different and with important certainties. In the 12th century, Dom Afonso Henrique stands out the first king of Portugal who fought against his own mother in order to shape our country. Then, in 13th century, the century of revolution of Dom Afonso III, the time when the Gothic style begins in Portugal. Then, in 14th century, was outsiding by the Mestre da Bis revolution and for the Aljubarrota battle glory. Then, in the 15th century, where the caravels start to discover the Atlantic Ocean mystery, the time of Infantes Dom Henrique and Vasco da Gama.
Ooh, do you want to know about me? You know, I was the one that arrived in India in 1498.
In the 16th century, a century of glory of our kingdom, it's true, and Dom Sebastião die and come back.
This one never appeared again, and foggy days we've had many. Then we had the 17th century, a period of economic and political crisis. The 18th century, marked by the tragic earthquake of 1755 and the efficiency of the Marquês de Pombal in the reorganization of the city of Lisbon. The 19th century, where the French tried seizures but failed, was a time positively marked by the Industrial Revolution, with the first trains and the first telegraphs. The 20th century, where the first planes appeared and where our country's wars ended. We are now at the beginning of a new century and a new millennium. But let's not go into too much length. Let's focus on his epic.
Then I take the liberty of talking about my favorite legend.
Is it now that we are going to talk about me?
No, we are going to talk about Inês of Castro.
Inês again? Why is it always her? Am I not cute as well? Whatever. So, I was in Melinde, turned to the king and said, "You don't even know. Do you want to know what I heard about the other day?" He looked at me and said, "Well, tell me then." Dom Pedro, the heir to the throne of Portugal, was married, but a romantic fell in love with one of his handmaids, Inês de Castro, which for us, from what is known about her beauty, if I were from that time, I would make her Inês da Gama. But let me continue the story.
I don't know how you are capable. Are you insane? Dating the huntsmaid?
But she's the one that I love.
You don't know what you're saying, but I have the perfect solution to resolve this stubbornness of yours.
And what happened? Tell me. He had a trick on his sleeve. He had the poor thing exiled. Don't tell me that. 1 year after, Dom Pedro became a widower and decided to go live with Inês. that provoked an enormous scandal in the court and strong political implications in the real family.
I don't care about the court. And Inês, I want to know about her. Did Afonso do something to her?
Inês, everywhere! Não stop! No!
When Dom Pedro became king, 2 years after, pursued the assassins and forced the entire court to kiss the dead queen's hand.
Oh, I wish I was there to see that.
Well, but I have a photo. Look at this.
Whoa, it really is the Portuguese Romeo and Juliet.
You know, you can still see the bloodshed of Inês in the tears fountain.
Oh, don't make me cry even more.
Did you like the history of Portugal?
Of course, but we are curious about one thing. What's left of Dom Sebastião?
That will be the history for another conversation.